Thank you very much for your very kind introduction. Honorable Vice Chancellor Tariq Mansoor Saab and guests of honors, Mr. Noor Hasan, Mr. Mahbubul Haq, Mr. Tariq Chauhan, and Professor Najm Akhtar, respected other guests and alumni. It's really a great honor for me to be invited as the chief guest at this alumni event. As mentioned in my introduction, I have had a very long association with AMU. I was a student first at Minter Circle. Then I was a student at the university. I did my intermediate degree from the university. Then as a student at engineering college, and then finally as a lecturer at the engineering college. I also participated in many extracurricular activities at AMU, including sports, debates, politics. I was the secretary of the Engineering College Student Union also. So AMU is basically in my bloodstream, and it has had a major impact on my life. I have very fond memories of AMU and Mentor Circle, and many teachers who have influenced my life. I don't have time to mention all the names, but I want to mention the name of one teacher at Mentor Circle, Toki Saab, who was my English and history teacher, helped me in developing my self-confidence. I clearly remember his telling me repeatedly that, Kamil, you're as smart and as capable as anyone else, and you can succeed at anything you want to do in your life. Today, I'll speak on two topics. First, I'll talk about the trends in higher education and what AMU needs to do to keep pace with US universities. And next, I'll talk about how AMU alumni can support and help the university. Higher education institutions around the world have endured an unprecedented challenge during the COVID-19 pandemic. They had to very rapidly implement online learning. At many institutions, it was not a smooth transition. I mean, I can tell you, I'm the chair of the board at University of California, Santa Cruz. It was really quite tough to so quickly do the transition from in-person to online teaching. Not only the university was not ready, but also the significant percentage of minority students at UCSC didn't have computers. So we had to go out and request business people and many alumni to donate computers to many students because otherwise they couldn't do online learning. So it was really a quite tough transition. Not only that, some of the courses which had labs or some performing arts courses were completely disrupted. In addition, there's many universities in UF have incurred significant financial losses during the COVID crisis because there were no students on the campus. And so they lost the dormitory fees, they lost the dining hall fees, all kinds of fees that the students pay. They lost a lot of funds, significant losses. In general, COVID-19 has caused a major paradigm shift in the way higher education institutions operate in US. With the rapid adoption of online teaching, COVID-19 has accelerated the biggest trend in higher education in US. And that trend is the adoption of the latest new technologies in teaching, learning, grading, collaboration between teachers and students, and collaboration between students on one campus, another campus, as well as in the administration of the universities. Even as the universities reopen, as the COVID-19 pandemic slows down, or hopefully it dies down, that this trend will continue. For example, many universities will be adopting hybrid models of teaching, a combination of online and in-person teaching. I know at University of California, they have already decided to have a hybrid model going forward. After the initial hiccups, the online model has succeeded in many different ways. For example, it has provided much broader access to education. Students from anywhere in the world can log into the classes. It has also made education more affordable, while at the same time making teaching and learning more effective. A new trend you will see is many IT companies, for example, Google, Facebook, and Apple, will be jumping into the education field. They'll be collaborating with different universities. For example, you may see Harvard online courses powered by Google. But at the same time, there's also going to be major consolidation at American universities. Because what's going to happen is those universities which are able to adopt new technologies will succeed in a big way, while many others which do not adopt new technologies will be left behind and fail. But online education is not the only new technology being adopted by universities in the US. Many other technologies, and I'll give you some examples in a little while, are also being adopted. And there are huge advantages to the adoption of these technologies. They allow teachers to use innovative teaching methods, for example, multimedia, animation, live videos. The students can take their classes at home, take their exams from home, they can learn at their own pace. They also allow collaborative teaching and learning where the students and teachers can connect, discuss, and share their opinions. It makes learning much more fun and exciting, and teachers can personalize teaching to the interest of the students. So I'll give you some examples of technologies that are being adopted in higher education. One is the virtual reality, the use of virtual reality and augmented reality for experiential and interactive learning. For example, in medical college, students can participate in surgeries and operating theaters through augmented reality. They can actually feel that they are there and they are participating in surgery. So that's a major innovation. Use of data analytics and artificial intelligence for performance reviews, automation of grading of homework and exams, measurement of student progress, and feedback, which helps in improvement and optimization of learning and teaching, as well as enhancing personalized learning, especially for special needs students. And because there are various grades of students in the classes, and the teaching can be oriented towards the needs of those students and their capabilities. Use of social media in learning. For example, students can share study materials, they can create study groups, and they can interact with each other and with students and other universities. Use of 3D printing. That's happening in engineering, where design concepts can be immediately developed into prototypes, and you can see them happening right, in real time. So these are some examples, but there are many other examples of new technologies that are being adopted at major universities in the US. So a lot of innovation is happening in the field of higher education, and I hope that AMU can also adopt to these new trends. Next, I would like to speak about how AMU alumni can support and help the university. First, let me say that I'm very glad to see that the university is making a serious effort to get our alumni involved actively in helping the university. AMU's alumni are very distinguished and they're spread all across the world. I mean, I travel a lot, and anywhere I go, I run into AMU alumni. So they're very, very distinguished, and to get them involved, I think, is a great idea. And I congratulate Vice Chancellor Tariq Mansoor Saab and also Professor Sufyan Beg, who have done really a great job in doing that. For any university, anywhere in the world at this time, the survival, success, and the progress of the university depends on the involvement and support of its alumni. I've been involved with many universities in US and in India. I mean, I was a student at MIT, I was a student at UC Berkeley, I taught at Stanford. In India, I taught at IIT Delhi, and currently I'm the chair of the board at UC Santa Cruz. And at all these universities, I can assure you, from my personal experience, the key to their success has been the active involvement and support of their alumni. And as we know, education is empowerment, and it is really the only way to economically uplift the underprivileged and minority communities. Since AMU is a minority institution, I think support by the alumni is really, really critical. By supporting the university, the alumni are playing a vital role in supporting the empowerment of future generations of our community. So it's extremely critical for the alumni to do that. Let me briefly talk about how the alumni can support and help the university. So alumni can give, of course, give money, but they can also give their time. The money goes into research facilities, new buildings, equipment, new hiring of top faculty, student tuition, scholarships. It improves the quality of education and research, and thus it improves the stature and ranking of the university. With the improved reputation of the university, it becomes much easier for its graduating students to get good jobs. So alumni can give big or small amounts, and any amounts help, but the alumni can give either directly to the university or to the endowment fund that AMU has created, or they can also give to specific projects or departments of their choice, academic programs, research programs, medical college, engineering college, of any new program of their choice. And also, I think we must remember that donations can be made not only in money, but also in stocks, in property. Alumni can also include the university in their wills. That's a major trend in American universities, is to request alumni to include universities in their wills. But alumni can also donate their time. For example, they can speak to a class about their expertise and their experience. They can talk about opportunities for students. They can be mentors to them. They can promote the university on social media. And if they're working at companies, they can invite students to become interns or offer jobs at their companies. I think that will be extremely helpful if you're working at any major companies, to invite MU students to be interns in summer and then offer them jobs. Alumni can also organize alumni events. They can create alumni associations in the areas where they live. In addition to social events, many of the AMU alumni associations organize Asaya Day celebrations and Mashayaras. But in addition to social events, they should also organize fundraisers. For example, in Silicon Valley here, we have a very active Northern California Alumni Association, which not only annually organizes Asaya Day and Mashayara, but we also do a major fundraiser for Aligarh at that event. And last, but not the least, it's extremely important for AMU to collaborate with other major universities internationally. So any alumni who are involved with any major universities, I would suggest that they should try to help develop collaboration between their universities and AMU. So in conclusion, I want to say that AMU has had such a major impact on our lives that we, the alumni, owe tremendous debt of gratitude to the university and must give back. It is an excellent educational institute. Already, it's very highly ranked in India. But if the alumni from all over the world collaborate to support the university, it can become a leading university in the world. जो अब यहाँ से उठेगा, वह सारे जहाँ पर बसेगा. Thank you once again for inviting me. My best wishes to you all and to AMU. Thank you.